Good evening, fellow ghouls and specters alike. Your ghost host with the most, Jacob Wild here.
And Blue Dragon 5, here to engage in some haunted holiday hijinks by trudging through the catacombs and dusting off the cobwebs to recount a spooky selection of Halloween classics.
So light the jack-o'-lanterns, suit up, and grab the candy dish as we revive and recount tonight's spooky selection. Scary Godmother, the Revenge of Jimmy. All right.
So that's right, folks. We're talking the other Scary Godmother Halloween special. I love me some Scary Godmother. I love those specials. Got a lot of nostalgia for them. I'm one of that fan base. Where it warms the cockles of my heart to hear that people have a great fondness for Scary Godmother, and we were all there. We were all watching the premiere on Cartoon Network years ago. In this case, 20 years ago. And it used to be like an annual tradition. It used to be an annual tradition when they aired, and then unfortunately they stopped airing it. But thank God, it got a DVD release. It was this was like a very common DVD. It was like in grocery stores even. You could find this anywhere for a while, and bought the DVD, both of them. For the Spooktacular and Revenge Jimmy. Even had Jill Thompson herself sign both of them. Was lucky enough to kind of cross paths with her. So just there's just something so pure and almost scholastic book fair esque about Scary Godmother as a concept, and just these specials. And I mean, it just feels there's something. It's kind of like a scholastic book fair kind of crossed with early era Pixar. Where not that I'm truly comparing this to Pixar, but in just the sense of unlike Pixar, what this lacks in animation, with the limits of the animation at the time, which is kind of in the era of of Toy Story. Not that Toy Story doesn't hold up, but just like the sense of like when animation was just kind of when CG animation was new and this kind of this new thing, and this especially was like for TV, computer generated animation. While the animation's limited, the specials I feel just they made up for those limitations in just utter charm that's kind of like permeates these specials. And the sequel, I think, has a little bit more of a plot to it than the first one does. It's not the meeting the monsters that the first one was, but it's nice. It's got some nice development that a sequel should have, and I love them both. And I definitely wanted to make sure we got Scary Godmother in there some way, shape, or form, just to kind of cover both of them since we covered the first one a year or so back. So
All right. You have a long history with this thing. It seems like
and Jacob's a newborn.
that I am, and so yes, I literally just watched both of these for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I was watching it when I was sick or what, but I thought these are just meh.
Okay.
I know you just gave this big glowing review about these things, and I will say this one is definitely better than the first one.
Okay.
I definitely enjoyed this Revenge of Jimmy more.
Mm.
Not that I'm not saying they're bad or anything like that, but they were just kind of
I mean, look, I know full well Scary Godmother's not going to be for everyone because again, it's like even my animation buddies. A lot of the time, I always kind of dread showing them Scary Godmother because it's a thing of like I like this despite what it lacks in the visual flair, and it's for all ages, but still, it's not going to grab everyone. I get that, but I still think there's a lot of charm to be had.
I mean, it definitely has a. I mean, I'm not denying its charm, and I can, and you know me, I can look past animation for all that and all that, the animation quality, but even then, like a lot of the first one was just again, as you mentioned, just introducing the characters, acting like you could tell it was like they majorly expanded on it to make it stretch to 40 minutes.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
you mean the first one?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's like it's like they wrote like 20 minutes of plot, but needed to make it 47 minutes.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Plot wise, I think we have kind of an improvement here than we did.
As the NK is pointing out here, a very much extended pilot feel.
Oh, for sure. Like the biggest hang up I have with the first. I love them both, and I really love the first one. But the problem with the first one, I always go back to, is like it is such a buy that like why are these kids for padding alone? It's like these kids they ditch Hannah, and yet they're still out waiting outside for her to run and scream as they waste the whole Halloween night. That to me is just ridiculous. They would waste the whole night just waiting and not not the conservative. Maybe we should go in a little earlier because again, we got to pad things out. This is ridiculous.
And like I said, a lot of that can be excused. Like it's a general audience thing. It's written for young audiences. It was originally but really a children's picture book.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, I can kind of use that aspect. But again, the stretching it could have easily been like a 30-minute special for instead of stretching it beyond that.
Hmm.
But as the character designs are charming. I do like that. I do really like Scary Godmother herself.
Oh yeah.
Bugaboo's a delight as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do actually like all of the monsters in this. Really. And so like I said, outside of like some gripes with the first one, like I will say that this one does improve some of the gripes. Like I think the humor's a bit tighter, the story's a bit better, and the animation's definitely improved.
Mm-hmm.
And the characters are a bit better too. So
Okay.
all right.
All right. So let me hit you just with a little brief history on Scary Godmother. Do we have any comments we want to highlight first?
And we do have some like Little Blue apparently saw this one first. Kogias says that I think that both Scary Godmother films are pretty good. CNK says even though the animation for this one looks smoother, it also looks more restrictive than the first. Dragon?
Well, in certain respects, but I don't know how I feel about that.
All right. Also, Jimmy. See, since Jimmy is a boy that has blonde hair and an orange sweater thing, it's hard to not think of Naruto when I see him. Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from on that. But he does mention that both this like Bugaboo and several less manga shots, even dark scenarios and all that. Mentions it's being picky, being nitpicky. Yeah. And Little Blue is also a fan of Harry.
Okay, so let me hit you with some background on Scary Godmother. So there's not a lot there I can really dig up on the sequel, but just a refresh on like how the heck we get Scary Godmother. So Jill Thompson, is a comic artist and a comic writer, and she's worked in comics. I think she did some of not the main Sandman comic, but I think some of the supplemental kind of spin-off kind of stuff, maybe some of the death stuff from Sandman. So she'd kind of done little stuff here and there, and she'd been in comics and very talented. So basically, in real life, she had become kind of a godmother to her friend's kid, and essentially she was going to like the christening or something in a church, and Jill Thompson, she's kind of dresses very very goth and has like this red kind of red hair. So she was in like the church, and everyone was kind of giving her looks, and she was kind of thought to herself, like, oh, what a scary godmother I would be. So that's kind of literally that's where the impetus was, and she kind of world built from there of like, okay, I want to do a picture book for the kid. So I'm gonna make a little keepsake for the girl. The girl's name was Hannah. That's where that comes from. And it's like, okay, the scary godmother character, which is somewhat of at least an inspired self-insert. Okay, what would she, she's gonna look out for the girl. We know that much. Where does she go? Where does she live? Well, she lives in a spook house. Okay. When Jill Thompson was growing up, her mother's adorable name for the boogie, for monsters that were under your bed and in your closet, I guess under the bed, were bugaboos. Like, don't let the bugaboos bite. So that's where Bugaboo comes from. So he was like the first created thing aside from Scary Godmother, and then they just kind of went, okay, well there'd be like a skeleton in the closet, so that's where Mr. Pettibone comes from, and then it just kind of went from there. And Jill Thompson had a cousin Jimmy, and I think the Hannah, the actual girl, had like an uncle Jimmy. So like that's kind of where Jimmy comes from. So at a certain point, she had all this material and was like, okay, maybe I should, instead of going for like a baby book, I should try getting this published, which then kind of ultimately turned to the picture book / comic, which, basically all ages comic that, Scary Godmother became. And then from there, it's like, hey, let's do a little bit of like a kind of a simple stage play in Chicago, which basically turned into the script for the first Scary Godmother special, which is why we have the random interstitial in the original Scary Godmother special, then putting on the whole little stage play. How did Hannah get her flashlight? That's where that comes from. So it all started as like a little play, and then of course turned into a special with mainframe animation, and went like gangbusters when it premiered on Cartoon Network, right on Halloween, which was like the prime airtime for it. And people loved it, and it got a sequel. And the sequel adapts like the second book, which is Revenge of Jimmy. And the whole thing was done in 3 months, which you could be all snotty and say, well, it looks like it was produced in 3 months, but you know what? It looks pretty good for 3 months, if I say so myself.
If anything, the original one looks more like the 3 month one.
Still, I mean, again, they're going for like what the aesthetic of the book was, which has kind of like kind of the off-brand Brian Frau kind of design. I don't know, it's good. All right,
I can see that.
Anywho, let's get into it. Let's start breaking this down.
All right.
All right, so we have the credits gag, where we kind of have the credits and everyone's credits smaller, progressively getting smaller until we get to Harry the Werewolf's credit, which is giant and huge, and starring Harry the Werewolf. And it's this great meta reveal that that the sequel special is Harry the Werewolf, kind of telling us, a story for Halloween using the clips and stuff from prior adventures.
Yep. And of course, it's all part of Harry's repayment for all the pizzas he ordered last time.
Which I love that. The sequel has a lot of inspired ideas, and this is just one of them. Okay, so Harry is still working off his debt to Scary Godmother with as we recap with all the clips from the first special of like I'll do anything. Wonderful Gary Chalk as Harry the Werewolf.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of Canadian voice actors in this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Mainframe's a Canadian studio, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Anyway, so point being, Scary Godmother was kind of stymied with him saying, "Well, what's more Halloween than telling a scary story?" He's, "Oh, all right, fine." So Harry tells the story of Jimmy's revenge. So Jimmy is our main character this go around. Much like Sid from Toy Story, he is traumatized from the lesson that he learned.
Yep. And so he sleeps with the lights on. And he's convinced that the flashlights will work.
Well, because it worked the first time in warding off the monsters, which again, there's a lot. So I guess first off, I think we should mention we had a recast on Jimmy, and it's rather noticeable because, and this is always the thing when you play these back to back, it really seems like an odd choice to because I don't know if it's just like in the time, because you gotta remember, boys' voices mature a lot differently than girls do in voiceover, and these real kids, and in the case of a lot of the kids in the Scary Godmother specials, and it's probably, I don't know how much of it was like the original Jimmy's voice just kind of kept growing up in the short time between them, or it was just a thing of like, well, we need Jimmy to be more kind of lead character material, be more, like we have to. The whole thing's a redemption story for Jimmy, so we got to make him a little bit more likable. So we got to use less of a kind of a bully cousin voice, like we had in the first one.
Yeah.
Like in hindsight, you'd say maybe we should swap it so we have the younger voice, and then as a year has passed, so maybe his voice has changed because he's older. But again, likability. So
Makes sense.
all right. So, but yeah, so overall, just the idea of like playing like the trauma that we did not see Sid from Toy Story go through before we see him as a trash man, I think is just a really funny and really just kind of logical idea of like, okay, well, yeah, he might have some Bugaboo trauma from Bugaboo trying to eat him.
Well, to be fair, most people probably would.
Yeah. So Jimmy has a little bit of a nightmare. He's dreading Bugaboo returning to eat him, and it's Katie, Daryl, and Bert. They visit. And we see Jimmy has monster-proofed his room with the flashlights, balloons, and there's no. He removed the under from his bed, and there's no clothes in the closet because he's just wearing the same thing every day. Which is a fun call out of like cartoon logic, by the way. Like, well, it's just gonna have the same outfit because we can't afford to render a new one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. So the kids, collectively, I think the last year was basically the bigger kids scaring them straight after they bullied poor Hannah, and I love the development on our merry band here, where they've matured. They've like, what, we were in the wrong. They befriended Hannah, which is nice. I like it.
It's like they do admit. Katie does admit that they deserve the scares they got last year.
Z and K has a really good comment here.
This one.
Yeah.
I like to think Jimmy's high-pitched voice is a result of last Halloween scaring him out of his puberty voice.
Yeah, there you go. It worked in reverse, kids.
Like,
yeah.
Made his voice go up. All right.
Turned him into a soprano. Thankfully, in a non-violent way.
Yep, at least he didn't go falsetto.
Yep. All right. So the kids, they think it was kind of a well-deserved kind of scare. Daryl, he's mapping out the candy plan, so they can get the big chocolate bars and avoid all the neighborhoods that give out the districts that give out toothbrushes.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy, meanwhile, he's trying to boycott Halloween entirely.
Yep, because of his trauma.
Yep, and it's a no-go. This gang, despite the whole voting process we saw in the first special. Recount! That's one vote for everyone.
Recount.
That's one vote for everyone.
Recount.
I just want to see how much he's going to do it.
That did get me.
Still a good joke.
I did like that one.
Yep. All right. So they don't want to be part of a group that's anti-candy. So Jimmy's on his own. We have the off-screen parents. Here we hear like Jimmy's mother and father. His mother keeps saying like, Jimmy, don't make faces.
that sounded like Carl Weiser.
Carl's mom would be like, don't make faces.
Yep, you're right.
All right. Well, anyway, so like Jimmy, don't make faces. But you're right. There's a lot of Carl Weiser. I can't help myself. Anyway, so
I mean, I like that though.
Yeah. So let's see. Meanwhile, back on the Fright Side. Well, sorry, not yet. Sorry, Hannah. Hannah is decorating her bedroom.
Oh yeah.
We have this cute little jump scare with bugaboos under her bed, but admittedly it's very expo heavy, but thankfully we're not padding as much as we did in the first special here. Basically we do some exposition on the new status quo, like, wait, weren't those the kids that tried to scare you last year? Oh no, we're cool now.
Yeah, it is nice.
What's a holiday without scares? Arbor Day, which is a really good line.
I mean, have you ever been to an Arbor Day party, Dragon?
Well, no, Jacob, I was never invited to an Arbor Day party. Were you?
Yeah, they can get pretty crazy.
That's right. Not scary though.
I mean, I don't know. Depends on how crazy they can get. So
Yeah.
people really go nuts over trees.
So Hannah needs cobwebs for her decorating her room and everything. So she uses the key to the Fright Side, which we established at the end of kind of our pilot.
Henry revisits her scary godmother.
Yeah. I love our transition, by the way, because it looks like an illustration from the from the book, as the background, which is kind of the aesthetic of the world. Which I don't know, it just kind of looks nice if we go from closet to hallway to Fright Side.
It would be pretty neat if they did like if the backgrounds and foregrounds had the same rendering.
Yeah.
Like make it like the 2D 3D kind of thing going on. But
Oh, the backgrounds are 2D, so
well, I mean, I think they're still rendered. I think they're still rendered in like they were 3D, but they're just like cell shaded.
maybe, probably.
Either way, I think it would have. I think the character designs would have worked better that way.
Hmm.
But as you were saying,
That's why Bugaboo scaring the kid next door is kind of a gag we hear in the background. Like, I'm here, there's a new kid out of my wrath. I was in the neighborhood, I thought I'd say boo.
I love how he's kind of treating it as a business, or at least like
His job.
an itinerary.
Oh, yeah. There's always the weird thing with Scary Godmother where, it did come out very close to Monsters, Inc.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can kind of see that.
Look, I'm not saying it's like you can monopolize the whole scaring as a job thing. It's just, I mean, he didn't come through the closet, thank God. He's an under the bed monster, so,
A bugaboo.
Exactly. Bugaboo!
Bugaboo.
Yep.
Bugaboo.
All right. So, we're on the Fright Side. Scary Godmother, she's preparing for Halloween. We have a warm welcome between Scary Godmother and Mr. Pettibone to Hannah. They're baking leaves, for Halloween to put on the trees. Like crispy leaves on this giant, awesome, like cookie sheet.
it is. It is kind of what I imagine, like almost like a Halloween Town thing would do.
Oh yeah, a lot of shades of Halloween Town. A lot of Debbie Reynolds charm.
Yeah, yeah. Technically, I was referring more to the Nightmare for Christmas Halloween Town, but that works too.
Yeah, they highlight the voice of Scary Godmother, would you?
Tabitha Saint Germain, I really didn't. She really definitely brings this set of charm to Scary Godmother. I'm not. I don't really know. Can't really remember off the top of my head what else she's done. But
It was in the comments.
Tabitha Saint Germain, who is likely best known for voicing Rarity and Princess Luna for My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Friendship is Magic.
Yeah.
I'm sure I think she's done other stuff too, and from what I understand, she has like a very wide range.
Oh yeah. All right, let's see. So, anyway, yeah. So we're on the Fright Side. Scary Godmother is busy decorating. Of course, with the leaves. Usually it's the whole thing of like you have to put them on the tree and everything. But thankfully, this year they don't have to worry about it because of Harry.
Yeah,
Harry's indentured servitude.
Yep.
Or sleeping on the job, it would seem.
Yeah. He's going to take him a while to pay off everything. Probably not the year he planned.
Well, till Halloween next year. That's as long as that's gonna take.
Yep. It's only supposed to be 1 year, but he's going to make it probably 2 years.
So which again would kind of track if you think about it. Like, we have the last year's adventure to like him in the control booth. So I mean, it implies we have all the footage from the year after. So.
Yep. So he's still there paying it off.
Yep. Anyway, so he claims he's organizing her potions, notions, and lotions.
I will admit, there is some clever wordplay in these things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of it is just basically puns, but I'm a sucker for a good pun.
Oh yeah. All right, so Boozle. Boozle comes by and unleashes a scare ball.
Oh no.
I love the design. I've always loved the design of the scare ball. It's this multi-eye, just screaming, hairball idea. It's just awesome. It ends up making a mess all over the magic calendar, which plot point. I mean, we have some smooth writing here in which we're establishing we're hitting our major beats for the pretty straightforward story. Like, Halloween's coming. It's in jeopardy because of what Jimmy's doing. It's pretty much the plot of the whole thing. But it's all over the magic calendar. It's how we introduce this plot point where it's this calendar that has a giant, awesome. I want to highlight how great this. We have this awesome looking jack o' lantern with like a 31 for the teeth, which I've always loved the design of that we put on like the 31st for Halloween to market.
And when Halloween spirit dips, the pumpkin shrinks.
Yes.
Basically, every time Katie keeps exclaiming, "Halloween is ruined!"
More on that later, though, so we'll put a pin on that.
All right.
Okay, so Jimmy mentions to himself, he's mutters to himself, "I hate Halloween. I hate Halloween." We have like the spaghetti dinner, his favorite, which then turns into bugaboo. Like, yeah, eat me, Jimmy. Then I get to eat you. Freaks
Jimmy.
him out.
Poor Jimmy.
We had a really good comment here, I think, from Z and K that his parents, they're not actually them, but they kind of sound like George Costanza and Edie McClurg, which is pretty accurate.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
So, well, of course, Jason Alexander for the kids. So,
Yeah, I can kind of see where it's coming from on that.
Yeah.
But then Hannah calls him to tell him about the party.
Yes, using the spell phone.
Yep. And then Jimmy goes all Grinch and gets an idea.
Let's see. He gets what I'm trying to get the exact wordplay here. He gets a mean, nasty, selfish, devilish idea.
And then his mouth sticks into a smile.
It's a giant Grinch-like expression. Hannah basically she got her cobwebs from Scary Godmother, who's knitted them for her, and her and her friends going to pick out pumpkins and invites Jimmy to do so. There's no Halloween without a pumpkin, and he gets the Grinch-like smile. The thing that always bugged me, but I've kind of grown to like it.
Yeah.
He hits like the hair on his ears to make the full devil points, but it's like if you think about it, it logically from a design standpoint makes no sense whatsoever. But I always hated it when I first watched it, but when I look back, it's like it does create a good silhouette. I mean,
Yeah, it does work. It kind of makes him look more like the little devil he is.
Oh yeah.
Which Z and K even points out while I was 8 years, even get furry tufts.
Yeah. Anyway, so he gets the Grinch-like idea.
And then he tries to sneak out.
Yeah, I can stop Halloween from coming. But how? They didn't say that part.
Yeah, but definitely a Grinch part. We're definitely channeling the Grinch there.
So this is basically Jim Carrey's worst nightmare in childhood. His face is frozen like this. Like, Jimmy, stop making faces. Like, oh.
Jimmy, stop making faces. Jimmy.
Stop making faces.
I don't have a problem.
Mama.
Oh, God. Anyway.
Yeah.
So he as Harry narrate. Well, Harry is the narrator throughout this whole thing, by the way.
We also have this really good joke too, where like Hannah's like bummed out that Jimmy's not going to show up, and without Pettybones is like, without a pumpkin, you ain't got Jack o' Lantern.
Yep.
Clever, just sneaking it in there. I like it.
It was an obligatory joke, but it works.
So while Hannah's there, he gets a little visit from Orson and the rest of the royal family. Got Count Max and Ruby, which I'm still not unconvinced isn't a reference to Max and Ruby. I'm still not unconvinced.
Max and Ruby?
Yeah, the Nick Jr. show.
Maybe, but I think Max also counts as a reference to Max Shrek.
No, you're right. Okay, so it actually okay. Jacob's absolutely right as a reference to Max Shrek, who played Count Orlok.
I mean, it could work as a double reference to Max and
I'm
Ruby.
just saying with the whole Ruby. The Ruby, look, you're right, it's Max Shrek, but the Ruby thing makes me think maybe it's kind of a fusion of like we have classic horror and we also have like the kid, the kid thing. I don't know.
I mean, Jill Thompson was involved in this, so was also involved in this one and obviously wrote the book. And I don't
But
know.
it is actually a really neat. The whole Max Shrek thing is still really neat. Of course, for anyone saying, why are you talking about Christopher Walken? Yes, Max Shrek was also Tim Burton's nod to, Count Orlok in Batman Returns.
Is Max Shrek the actor and Max Shrek and Batman Returns spelled differently, or is it?
Wait, what?
Are the two Shreks spelled differently?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I forget if there's is there an I in the Shrek? And like, I don't know. I forget if it's spelled like Shrek the character. Like there's an I in there. I don't remember. But it's a point being it's a nod to him. Either way you slice it.
Oh, well, Max Shrek the actor is SCHRECK.
Right.
And
I think that's how it's I think it's how it's spelled in Batman Returns as well.
And the Batman one does not have the first C.
Oh.
It's just SHRECK.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Anyway,
which Little Blue just confirmed it is spelled differently. Little Blue, not Z and K.
Yeah. All right. Well, the point being, it's still a nice nod to the the whole Orlok thing. It's still cool.
It is.
Yep. If anyone wants to get really just go down the rabbit hole, it's like so when they do Batman the Animated Series, Roland Daggett is kind of a fusion between Norman Osborn and Max Shrek. Just throwing it out there.
Nice. I mean that series was basically made because of Batman Returns, but
yeah.
So,
but they didn't want to go the full walking.
Walking. Oh, walking.
Well, that is not your best walking, Jacob.
I know. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't brushed up my walking as recently as my grommet.
Yeah, he's got a great grommet, folks, but we don't have time.
Yeah, we already did it last time.
Yeah.
You will be the Prince of Darkness.
What is a dork?
Yep, that was a good one. I did get a kick out of that one.
So we have the gag too, where a vampire has to be invited in. Orson sees his pal Hannah. He tries to run in and gets slingshotted back. It's like, you okay? Like, well, nothing can hurt me. Well, except like a stake to the heart, garlic, sunlight.
Actually, a lot of things can hurt me.
Which is a really good an observation you never hear about the vampires. Like immoral, undead. Well, you can be killed by a lot of things that are pretty easily found.
It depends on. It does depend on the source of the media. Like in the original novel Dracula, it's actually not a stake to the heart. It's actually his stabbed with knives and his throat is slit.
I always love in Hotel Transylvania, in dispelling like the vampire stuff. It was this great joke about it's like Johnny just like asking like stake through the heart. Well, yeah, who wouldn't that kill?
That is a good point.
Garlic. Well, I mean, yeah, my throat swells. It's an allergy.
Like I do not go blah blah blah.
Do not go blah blah blah. I don't know where they get that from.
Yep. Like Milo Murphy's Law is a similar stake to the heart joke.
Yeah.
One of the characters, like people think one of the teachers is a vampire, and they're like, and people as a test try to are convinced that to try and stake him in the heart, and like if he's a vampire, that stake to the heart will kill him. Someone else goes like, and if he's not a vampire, that stake in the heart will kill him.
Yeah. So. The reason Count Max and Ruby are there, they offer to like pick something up from the store for Scary Godmother's party, which she tells them to get like a pack of frights or something, which is just kind of funny.
Yep.
So then we reveal what Orson's costume is going to be, which is basically this little Lord Fauntleroy outfit for like the Prince of the Night, which again is then we get like the whole like. That would look such a dork. Yes, you'll be the Prince of Dorkness. It's like, what? What is a dork?
Oh man! But
Says,
the
I'm gonna
fourth,
die. Let's go back. Let's go before I die of embarrassment. It's a little late for that, son.
it's like, and I love like I think it was in the first one where he's like, "This is so embarrassing, I might just live."
Yep. So embarrassing, I could just live.
Yep.
So Miss Pettibone, we established she's going as the Bone Ranger.
And he comes to the rescue and gives his costume to Orson.
Well, that's later, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, but still he does.
I can't deny just how cool the idea of a cowboy skeleton is. I just want to throw that out there. It's like, yes, I didn't know I needed that in my life, but I kind of do.
And the Bone Ranger.
The Bone Ranger.
Hard to believe that guy also voiced Piccolo.
Yeah, he's one of them. Yeah,
Well, yeah, not Chris Sabat, but the ocean dub.
yeah.
If Chris Sabat was in this, though, who knows what he would have done.
Gohan, when I'm done training you, you're gonna be the Bone Ranger.
Mr. Piccolo, what's the Bone Ranger?
Don't question me, Gohan. Just put on the hat.
But I don't want to wear the hat.
You wore a hat with a stupid ball on. You can wear a cowboy hat. Now shut up and put it on.
All right. That was fun.
Anyway. So let's see. So then we have this is my favorite Harry gag as the narrator. Okay.
Yeah.
For those of a sensitive nature, might wish to turn away for this graphic scene of horticultural violence.
Yes, that's truly horrifying and horticultural.
I just love it. It's so violent, but really, it's safe and yet very violent.
Yeah, he stomps the pumpkins so hard.
He's kicking in pumpkins, and it's so, again, for those, you gotta remember, Halloween, my go-tos, I love a jack-o'-lantern, and I love a ghost. And, like, this is like, oh, God, oh, the humanity.
And he keeps limping.
Well, yeah, I mean, the kicking a whole pumpkin's patch worth of pumpkins, that's gonna hurt.
Yep.
Those are not steel-toe shoes, my friend.
Yep, that would definitely hurt.
Yeah.
But I also love the joke earlier where it's like where Harry's narrating Jimmy as he leaves, and then Jimmy's father just deflates it by telling him to put a jacket on or something.
Yeah.
And then he just puts on his costume.
Yep. All right, let's see. So all the pumpkins have been kicked in. So it's the next day. All the kids they see the pumpkins are ruined.
Leading to the first Halloween is ruined.
Bum bum bum. We have the dun dun duns.
Yep. What's with the dramatic music?
I just love that we call that the dramatic music in Scary Godmother. I was like, okay, this is bad.
Yep. She's like, wait, I heard dramatic music.
We have the cause and effect of the Fright Side. When basically Halloween seems doomed and Katie makes the declaration, we have the doom music. Some bad happens on the Fright Side. In this case, the count, the jack-o'-lantern calendar shrinks dramatically. We have the mood music. The clouds disappear. Harry swears, "I just finished painting them. You have that as my word as a gentleman and an artiste." There's a lot of Uncle Deadly in Harry, and I think that's why we like him. By the way,
Harry is a spirit animal for sure.
Very, very theatrical. He's a very ham actor. It's kind of like what if you took Uncle Deadly and you mixed him with Cliff Clavin from Cheers. That's kind of what Harry feels like. He just can't stop talking, and you want him to shut up, but when he does talk, he sounds like Uncle Deadly, and you kind of like it.
And that is an apt description. Scully, put some muscle into it. I would if I had muscles.
If I had any.
Yep.
So they're trying to stop the pumpkins from being sucked into the ground. They're trying to stop them. Bugaboo helps us. They all just get sucked into the ground, and it's it's looking bad. But then Hannah has a really inventive, really good idea here. So as the kids are thinking, what if we substitute the pumpkin for a different, like lettuce, a jack of lettuce, and then the Bert, my man Bert here, he just reckons, what, broccoli? We wouldn't have to eat it. It's like, it's a good idea, Bert. No,
I
broccoli's
don't
too small.
know. Yeah, I like broccoli.
Okay.
I mean, do you like broccoli?
No, I don't like broccoli, Jacob.
Like, that's steamed broccoli's delicious.
Well, then again, I'm a picky eater, but
I mean, I am too.
I'm way pickier than you. I will easily say that.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we both have different. Maybe there's something you like that I don't.
Oh, I'm infinitely more picky than you, Jacob. I can promise you that.
All right, but we're not going to get into that here.
Oh no, we're not. So,
but Hannah comes up with an idea. Like, she says, like, oh, look, they already hollowed them out for us. We can just draw on them and make these our faces.
just add the eyes. It's like, yes, this is such a great idea. Yes.
And thus, Halloween is saved.
Yep. It's better than ever. Like the icon's huge on the calendar. Pumpkins are back. We use like a little water can thing to make Bugaboo grow, and he ends up bowling a strike.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah. So so Jimmy overhears the conversation about costumes and candy, and like what's the worst costume? That goes, oh, pinata. 'Cause you can be hit by sticks all night.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Worst candy, black licorice. They're all in agreement on that one. No one likes black. Do you like black licorice?
No.
Yeah. See, no one likes black licorice.
And you'd think they'd stop making it.
Yeah.
But no. People like so there are some people out there that actually like black licorice.
Yeah. Those Ian K says,
thank you, everyone who dunks on candy corn. That's only sold 3 months of the year.
yeah,
Black licorice is year round.
Yeah, I like candy corn.
I can take it or leave it.
No, I like it, but I wish I liked it more. I just like, I can do like a handful of it, but I cannot do like, I can't eat. I can't eat it year round. I can't like finish off a whole bag, and it makes me feel bad. Like you have to buy like even the smallest bag. It's like I'm not going to eat all of that.
Sometimes it depends on the batch too.
Yeah, I mean, still, I mean, like looking Psycho and Psycho Norman Bates candy corn was like I don't know how new a thing it was like in the '60s, but it was it was around, but it was kind of like an idea on set. But it was like this really neat idea, like Norman Bates eats candy corn. It was it just fit.
Fair enough. Maybe that's where it gets some of its negative connotations from.
Come on, people love Norman Bates,
and he loves his mama.
That he does. Norman Bates is very big. The Psycho should be a much bigger movie around Mother's Day. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not a Halloween movie. It's a Mother's Day movie.
Exactly. It's like the best Mother's Day movie ever.
Yep.
Boy loved his mother so much he couldn't let her go.
Yeah. That's one way of putting it.
That's how the Jewish mothers see Psycho.
Yeah, that's one way of putting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember Adam Goldberg had this lovely anecdote, like during this Back to the Future documentary. It's called Back in Time, where basically is like his mother, of course, the impetus for Beverly Goldberg from the Goldbergs. She loved Back to the Future because the idea that Marty almost ended up with his mom. Like that was her takeaway, like not realizing, like, oh man, it was so the boy like bonding with his mother.
Oh God.
God.
Yep.
Anyway. So let's see. So point being, Jimmy gets another awful idea here where he hears like, the costume and candy. It's his next target.
Yeah, the supermarket or just the market.
And that's when his father, tells him to put something on. It's cold out there, which we've all been there.
Yep.
So he puts on the devil costume, which is the only outer layer he can put on. So he ends up getting to the store somehow, and he tampers with the candy and costumes, basically writing the symbols for poison and flammable on them. We even call this out there, like, wait a minute, like, are they really flammable? Are they really poison? Well, it's been tampered with, so they can't sell it any way you slice it.
Yep.
And Daryl's in shell shock. Here's like all the candy that he's so hyped for. Daryl, the man dresses as candy for Halloween. He lives for the candy.
Yep.
He's a Willy Wonka in the making. And it was a. I love that he comes at the last one comes like a fake. They have like the fruity wiggle worms and howler monkey choco pellets. Bert just like, well, those you. I'm pretty sure he's made those up, but yes, yes, yes.
I mean, the pellet sounds good.
Are you? Wait, really?
What were they called?
Howler monkey choco pellets.
Yeah, Choco pellets sounds pretty good. They're kind of
Okay,
like.
think about the name of that, Jake. Just think about it for a
I,
second.
I think I am thinking of the name, but if they were, but I'm just saying, Choco pellets are good if they remove the howler monkey aspect.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you remove that part, choco pellets, sure, but still, the pellets part of like, oh god, it sounds like that.
Yeah, I know dragons.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. But what was the first one again?
Fruity wiggle worms, which basically it's non-branded gummy worms,
Yep,
which we had in the Dexter special. Yummy gummy worms.
pretty much. That one was to use to catch a fish.
A ghost fish.
Fishy.
Mm.
All right.
So we have the point being, we can't have Halloween. Dramatic music, Scary Godmother. Oh, that is. I love this guy where he just shows up and he looks at the calendar. Oh, that is so not good.
Which Z and K just pointed out.
Yeah,
Perfect delivery.
absolutely. So let's see. So then the house disappears and everything is just it's chaos. They're all like hovering on the magic broom. My house.
And then they all escape.
Yes, it's like my house, my comic books, my eyesight.
And he's seeing Harry's butt.
Yeah, thank goodness I have no eyes.
You have to burn his eyes.
Yep. So Scary Godmother, she sends Boozle as kind of a Star Wars styled hologram to Hannah basically she appears like a little Princess Leia sized message to Hannah as the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And she basically gives them the groundbreaking idea of making their own costumes and their own candy treats.
Yeah, so you buy treats. So this just gives Hannah the idea, like, look, let's. This is the thing they kind of carried from the first one. The whole I love the little make your own treats interstitials from the Scary Godmother specials. This one's even better.
Yeah, because it's basically making s'mores.
Yeah, ghostly s'mores though.
Ghostly, delicious, hot, ghostly schmoes.
They're called s'mores, Jacob.
Right, of course.
But still, I mean, did you like it? It's pretty cute.
I mean, it is cute, yeah.
Yeah, and informative. I mean, I've been tempted to make them, but I'm not really a s'mores guy. I respect the s'mores, but I don't do it.
Really?
I don't know. I don't want to go into the effort of making the s'mores, but it's good.
I mean, nothing beats sitting out by a campfire roasting marshmallows and sticking it between a couple graham crackers with some chocolate.
No, it's great. There's nothing against the s'mores. I just, I don't go camping. I don't really make the actual s'mores.
I mean, I don't go camping either, but my family has a fire pit.
Well, I don't have a fire pit either. I don't like playing with fire.
Like, well, I don't have a fire pit either, but Hannah's tip was making them in the microwave.
Well, I know that's good. Yeah, I've been tempted.
I mean, so if you don't want to play with fire, you could at least play with the microwave.
No, you're right. I've been tempted, but also I'm kind of iffy on marshmallow. But that's just me.
I don't know. I thought he was a pretty good DJ.
What?
There's a DJ named Marshmallow.
Oh. All right. Anyway.
All right.
The point being, it's they have a solution. Let's make our own treats. Let's have a party at the spook house, and we'll make our own costumes.
Yep, and it's pretty much the same costumes they wore last year.
Mm-hmm.
Katie's not a cat, but a panther. Bird is Or it is a basketball player driving an electric vehicle now. And
Daryl is sugar-free candy.
Yep. And Hannah, instead of being a fairy princess, is a fairy queen.
Yep. So Jimmy kind of landed himself an invite, and he's got the red marker on his hand. He basically has now turned to a red devil smile.
Funny enough, he was never caught.
Yeah.
I mean, despite his red hands.
Yeah.
He was never caught red-handed.
Yep. So anyway, amidst all the so before we get to the so Halloween's back on, but the house seemingly falls on Scary Godmother. We have this really funny fake out where it's everyone's sad. It's oh no, poor Scary Godmother. We killed her like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Except Harry.
East, I mean, yeah.
Harry's kind of
Harry's doing a jig, literally doing a jig, and he's doing these hilarious dance moves. Where he's doing
until he realizes that Scary Godmother's behind him,
and then he's fake crying, and it's funny.
And it turns out she just lost her leggings.
Yep.
Or stockings, whatever the proper. I know there's a difference leggings, stockings, and thigh highs.
Well, I think it's stockings.
Yeah, I think stockings is the right term. I know
at least for a witch, I think it's stockings.
Yeah, I think there is a technical difference between those, and I don't know what they are.
Yep. All I know, she looks good in them, and she also looks good without them. Point being, she looks good.
Yep. It turns out it was just the stockings underneath the house.
It was cute though, just they all she's touched it. At least 2 out of 3 of them were saddened by her house demise.
Yep. I mean, who knows? Harry is probably yeah, I don't have to pay back my debt anymore.
Mm-hmm. Wishful thinking.
Yep. But nope, she was right behind him.
All right, so Jimmy's plan. He's going to ruin Halloween. So Jimmy's plans to ruin Halloween were on a roll because he had TP, and he was going
to get it, toilet paper roll.
So he maniacally TPs the house.
Yep, and then you can't come to party like this. It's ruined.
Yeah, okay, now this my one gripe with this special.
Yep.
It really feels like we maybe should have swapped it. Where I know would have made much sense, but in terms of the severity of okay, so we TP at a house, and that is it comes in threes. The most detrimental one is well, of all the solutions, that one's just more of the easiest acceptance one. Where the other one's okay, look, the poison costumes and can't. That one actually is kind of hopeless.
Yeah.
That's the one that feels like it should have been okay. We're DEFCON 2 now.
Yeah, and then the solution, hey, they look like ghosts. The toilet paper looks like ghosts.
Yep. So meanwhile, on the Fright Side, they're I still love this reveal. This gag of where's that dramatic music again? And the bugaboo. This is. Please don't tell me there's something wrong with the magic calendar. This is no. Do you see anything wrong with the Halloween on the calendar?
There is.
Really?
Because there is no Halloween on the calendar.
It just says, I just love the hilarious dread of instead of saying 31st, it says November 1st. It just jumped the whole day. It just cracks me up. It's the worst possible sight you could have. Your whole world revolves around one day. It's the one day is gone.
Yep. All because Katie keeps going, declaring Halloween is ruined.
Dang it, Katie. We just do it by committee instead of you just exclaiming things loudly that are going to reverberate consequences onto the Fright Side. Come on, man. So we sound the alarm. We're gathering everyone around, and it's just going to bedlam on the Fright Side. Harry loses his shirt, which means he's now naked and pixelated. Just the top half.
Yeah, the bottom half remains unpixelated.
Of course, Pettibone falls to pieces.
Bugaboo shrinks and lands on Harry's shoulder.
Great, now I'm a naked pirate. Scary Godmother loses her color. Meanwhile, the vampires are now alive. What is this beating? Oh no, I'm alive. We're pink.
Oh no, the horror.
Yep, and Daryl's like shedding like a Toby Maguire tear. It's like, oh my god, it's just it's
Oh boy.
again little much over the TP of all things, but still.
You gonna cry?
Yep. Goblin Jr. gonna cry. All right, so thankfully Hannah saves the day with her glass half full, mentality.
Looks like ghosts.
And she's right; it does look a little like ghosts. It's still in the spirit of Halloween, so we're saved. Everything goes back to normal, and Petty. I saw my whole life flash before my eyes. What was it like?
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Which is, I gotta admit, might be one of my favorite Pettibone shows.
It is great, yeah.
I think this is where we get all the new costumes and everything: the electric car, the sugar-free candy, the Panther, the Queen, all that.
Yep.
So we enter the Fright Side. Okay, now here, this is what the first special was missing. All the kids, everyone, instead of them waiting outside the whole special, we get them into the house sooner. Not just into the house, we get them to the Fright Side.
Oh yeah. And
Jimmy follows.
Jimmy follows, and his plan is to steal the prize.
Sabotage the big prize for the costume contest.
Like which Harry also wants because he anticipates it being candy, but Bones tells him that it's full of wolfsbane.
Scully.
Scully tells him it's full of wolfsbane.
Yep, which terrifies him.
Yep, it's actually candy, but if we told him about that, there'd be no prize left.
So the kids, I love they have like they scare the kids for fun here, and we all scream for Halloween, and we kind of have this really nice transition of the spook house going from spook house to Scary Godmother's house, which is really neat.
And then we have the dance, have the party sequence.
Well, also we have this bit where Daryl, this is adorable. Like Daryl, all the kids are like, "Oh yeah, the kids from last year scare us. You were really good." And Daryl says, Count Max, like how cool he is. and he is just like, do you hear that, Daryl? This young human says I'm cool, and Ruby says you've made his century. That's so cute to me.
It is, yeah.
I'm saying the special is just full of cute, just so adorable.
It does have charm, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, then we have the Wolfsman gag, and they go to the dance floor. So we have the very Scooby-Doo inspired dance party, as Jimmy is making his way to the pumpkin, like Harry and Katie, they're doing the Batusi, which I'm convinced, given that she is in a cat costume, is maybe a direct nod to the 60s Batman between Batusi and, Catwoman.
Yep, I could totally see that.
Hannah and Orson, they're basically, this cracks me. Hannah and Orson are basically doing the twins dance from the Peanuts Christmas special. Remember, we're getting everyone random dances and everything, just in that Peanuts, that Peanuts sequence, including like be populated with Peanuts no one cares about, and only now in like the Apple TV era of the Peanuts, like during that awesome Franklin specials, like, hey, let's actually use those characters and have them do stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Jimmy doesn't really succeed in his plan.
He actually gets stuck in the coffin with the prize on top of him. You look at the end of that sequence.
Yep.
Like Harry spins him.
Oh boy.
All right. So Hannah helps Orson by reminding Count Max the point of Halloween, which is to dress as something you're not. And he's hip, he's cool. He wants to, like that Daryl human said so. Like Ruby, let's not stand on the ceremony. Let the boy be what he wants. So Petty Bones then does his thing here. He gives him this. I got to admit, man. This Petty Bones one always got me. It was like, it was so nice. He was really proud of his costume. He was looking forward to winning, but he gave that up for the boy. He gave up his hat and his guns.
Yep. So just so he could be cool.
Yeah, which so the boy could have a win there. It was just really, really nice.
Unfortunately, there's no good vampire pun for a Lone Ranger.
Nope.
He's not the. But you can say the Bone Ranger did one last good deed.
Yeah. So then we have a bit that I always loved for multiple reasons. This So Scary Godmother like swoops up, gives Hannah a big old hug, and like says, and there's like this cute thing to say, "Boo!" And, it's like almost is like kind of like a greeting, and says, "You're saving everyone tonight, aren't you? You used imagination and love for Halloween to save the day, and that's the greatest magic of all." So on its own, it's very nice, very sweet, but admittedly, you know, we have the sentiment, but we then ground the sentiment so it doesn't get too like saccharine or too sweet when we have Pettybones and cornball. So I just love that we had that moment, but then it's kind of like the main. This is a weird go-to example. It's kind of like the bit in A Bug's Life. In A Bug's Life, we had the whole thing with the seed and the rock, where it's the idea of like Flick is trying to impart a really nice sentiment and become an idea on the dot about the whole thing of like a seed can become something, small seed can become a mighty tree. But we undercut that sentiment with the classic Pixar gag, like an Andrew Stanton gag, but it's a rock. It's like, okay, I know it's a rock.
Yep.
Him yelling at again, like moments like that, and that's kind of what this feels like. It's kind of.
Is that actually an Andrew Stanton joke? Did he write that one?
Yeah, well, he wrote Bug's Life. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think it stands. It could have been. I mean, I forget Laster also wrote that with Stan. But the point being, it feels like an Andrew Stan gag, and Stan was, if not the writer, he was one of the two writers on Bug's Life.
All right.
But yeah.
All right. So cornball. I know it's a rock.
I know it's a rock. But again, even that scene after he says that, he says, "You're weird, but I like you." It's like that. That's the heart of that. That you never want to lose that rock scene. That is like the heart of A Bug's Life, right there. Is the bond that he has with that little girl. It's like yes, like Flick is the oddball, and he's the weird animator, so to speak. That's who he is.
Oh yeah, making it to the big city.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, the cornball bit's nice and very just kind of thanks for letting my friends come to the party. He says, "Hey, more of the scarier." It's real sweet.
You don't see that visual. It's often a screw plus baseball.
Yeah.
For the longest time, it took me a long time to figure out what that meant.
It's funny. I kind of had a similar thing until I think I saw Bugs Bunny like hold up, and I think it was Looney Tunes Back in Action. Honestly, it might have been.
Oh right, Area 52.
And then he holds up the screwball. Like, oh, got it.
Yep.
Like I needed the visual. Yes, got it.
Screwball. Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
That's pretty much mine. Just like, oh, screwball.
Right. So we needed the flow chart. Now we got it.
Yep. Area 52. Anyway, So Jimmy then emerges from his coffin.
The winner, basically, while the winner's being announced, he emerged from the off screen. He emerged from the coffin. He's sneaking the prize away until he is attacked by a werewolf.
Yep.
Yes, he's dead very, very horrendously by Harry. He's like salivating the mouth. Candy.
Oh, poor Jimmy.
Yep. Well, I mean, he's trying to do something bad here. So
I know, but
I need to be mauled by a werewolf to change his ways.
Yep. But he doesn't deserve to be attacked by Harry.
The narrator of the story is attacking the protagonist.
Yep.
Like that scene from George of the Jungle, just magnified. Like, what if the narrator just completely went savage?
Like, are you talking about in the second movie where he reaches down and plucks Lyle?
You know what? That's actually I was thinking of the first one, but you're right. He does do that in the second one too. But yeah, it's kind of both.
Or are you talking about like the one where in the first one where he argues with Max and Thor?
Yeah, when he argues with Max and Thor. Yeah.
It's like, Thor, were you fighting with the narrator?
Don't do that.
Like, well, he started it. Yep. Did not. There's really no fourth wall in that movie, is there?
No, there is. It's a two-way mirror or something. It's not there's no fourth wall.
Nope. All right.
All right. Let's see.
So in the scuffle, In the scuffle, Jimmy emerges, notices Bugaboo, and
Well, that's the thing. So, like, Harry gets like thrown outside. They kind of collide. So Harry gets thrown outside the house. He's bumped into Bugaboo, and like he's like Halloween, bah humbug, and he sees Bugaboo, who is, as Z and K pointed out, yeah. So Bugaboo's carrying a keg, which is really funny. It's not a ham, but it's funny. He's carrying a keg, and initially on the reel, it's, oh my god, he's bringing alcohol to this party. I mean, it could be anything in there, but we did mention like frights earlier on, so it seems like there are drink equivalents in the monster world. So it's unclear.
Dragon, spirits.
Yeah, he's bringing. Yes, Jacob. Yes, he got it, kids. He got it.
Yep.
Jacob made a funny all by himself. Look at him.
Yep. Yep.
Didn't need to stand in front of a mic or anything. Look at him, so proud.
We saved not in front of a mic as we're talking into mics right now.
Yeah. But he's not standing.
Yep.
He's sitting in front of a mic.
Exactly.
He's making that joke. He landed that joke. I couldn't be prouder of him.
No, thank you. Thank you.
He entered this podcast a boy, and he's coming out a funny man. Look at him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Anyway. So, so Bugaboo, he is, so Jimmy sees Bugaboo. He's it's exposure therapy at its finest. He sees the monster, and he screams like, ah, and his eyes are going super deformed, and it kind of scares Bugaboo. It freaks him out a little bit. It gives him a good scare.
And as it turns out, that's what Bugaboo is all about. Like, Bugaboo, like, basically, like, it's like treated Jimmy as kind of like a buddy at that point. It's like, hey, you managed to scare me. And the thing is, that's exactly what it took for Jimmy to win the contest. Scary Godmother reasoning that if anybody can scare Bugaboo, I'd say that makes them a winner.
Yeah, and it's a big moment for Jimmy too, where he's confronted his fear, and he's kind of gained the respect of his demon.
his literal sleep demon.
Yup, it's like, oh, I gotta check under my bed for you tonight. Ha ha! It's a hearty laugh, and he's shaking him and everything. It's shaking his hand up and down.
Jimmy gains respect from both Hannah and his other friends.
Yep. So, Scary Godmother declares Jimmy the winner because anybody who can scare Bugaboo clearly has the best costume, and she fixes his face for him,
which is nice. He no longer has the stuck in place smile.
Yep.
And he smash open the candy the candy ball.
Yep, and Hannah helps him out smashing this candy pumpkin here, because his foot's sore.
Yep, he probably still felt guilty about it after all this.
Yeah, so they smash it together, and they all eat the candy inside. Jimmy loves Halloween again, and everything is worked out as Harry in the control room is putting a nice spin on things, and we also have like before we see him in the control room. We have this really nice kind of bookend moment where Hannah is riding on Scary Godmother's broom with her, and she's like, "Happy Halloween to all, and to all a good fright."
Right. Yep.
Which is very nice. Then Harry's back in the control room, and he's brought the tale to an end, reminding us for more tales like this. The funding for this for more programming like this. He's basically doing an NPR ad or like a PBS ad.
Send it to Harry the Werewolf, care of
Ackerman Forest, Fright Side.
Yep.
And that's where Pettibone and Scary Godmother, they've had enough to show up. Like, you're trying to bilk the good people watching these specials, and they haul them out almost like DVDs, comic books, the candy with the little caramel inside.
Yep.
Scary Godmother apologizes. I'm sorry about that, folks. Thanks for watching.
And then that was the end of the special.
Considering it's the last we ever see of Scary Godmother, it was still a pretty nice note to go out on. We had like the really nice ending, and we had like Harry hamming it up, and then this little Scary Godmother's thanking us for watching. It's pretty nice.
At least the last in animated form.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, of course, comic form, art-wise, still around. Just still, animation.
Yep. Who knows? Maybe one will come by soon. Another one will be made soon.
I wish. God, I wish. I would hope so.
But that you mentioned, it is kind of funny that this kind of hits the same beats as like a Christmas special,
Oh yeah.
but it's technically a Halloween special. It's like he's gaining the Halloween spirit instead of the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the next one will be like It's a Wonderful Life or something.
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, this is like the Grinch, almost like the Grinch. Well, it actually is pretty much the Grinch.
Yeah, it's pretty much the Grinch, Jacob.
I'm just saying they need to do like another classic Christmas movie and parody that one, but for Halloween.
Yep.
I mean, if I understand this one, but this one was also like directly based on one of the books. So.
Well, it was, so they'd probably adapt another book, or they'd do something original if they had to compensate for what's been 20 years.
Yeah, I wonder has Jill Thompson actually said anything about another special anytime soon?
Well, no, it's probably because like I don't know if it's like the funding or the interest or not, but I imagine it's probably. I mean, there is a groundswell of people that have fondness and love the special and rewatch the special, but it's. I don't know if it's enough. I don't. I know she. So when I saw her at the convention, years back, like it was probably at least 2-3 years back. Her table was awesome, by the way. I was iffy. It was expensive. Here's the thing. She was selling like merchandise for Scary Godmother, but this merchandise was like this stuff like almost like an Etsy thing. She had to produce these things herself. They were Bugaboo backpacks, right? Plush Bugaboos, I think, could also be backpacks, which are really nice. And a Scary Godmother doll, which came in like a little coffin kind of box, and it was awesome, man. I really contemplated getting these. My grandmother and I, we love Scary Godmother. We watch it like every year and everything. But it was like $100, man. But it was again, it's not overpriced for the sake of being overpriced. Overpriced because she has to make those materials and everything. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, the point being, I'm just saying, given that that's kind of the state she's in terms of being able to, kind of make new Scary Godmother stuff, I mean, I think what I would extrapolate in saying that it might be a tough sell getting more Scary Godmother and other mediums if we're just struggling to get merchandise made. I mean, I think she owns those characters, so I mean, it's unclear.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know if Cartoon Network. Well, that'd be more a distribution thing. I think it relates to like the mainframe, but technically she could be she'd probably get any animation studio to do Scary Godmother. But then be a question of like, if you want to maintain the same style, would you want to go 2D? And obviously 2D these days not as easy an option. You need to be 3D, and what studio do you get for it? And like, I don't know. It's
I mean, 3D television animation has improved since these were made.
That's true, but those are also it might have to be a Canadian production. I don't know. It just sounds like it would not be easy to do. I wish it would be. I wish it would happen. I would love to see it happen. I just don't know if it's. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be in the cards because I think right now, Scary Godmother, there's a charm factor. I think there's a lot of love and there's a fan base for it. But right now, studios are fickle right now, getting new stuff made. So
and Cartoon Network doesn't even really own Scary Godmother as an animation anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think they just aired it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So if another station picked it up as like a airing thing, who knows?
And I don't know if like it would have to go through Canada or not. So it's I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if Jill Thompson is Canadian or not. Honestly. I don't think she is. I think she's a Chicago native, but I'm not sure.
No idea.
Anyway, the point being, and this, the DVDs were really nice. I kind of wish there were more features on, but the features they had were kind of they were actual like attempts at features, and I think Revenge of Jimmy had more features, and that's what Little Blue's talking about here. On the DVD, we have another piece of animation with the characters read fan mail.
All right.
Yeah. We interviewed the voice actors, and yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, Z&K is asking there were features. I mean, yeah, but Z&K don't get too excited. I think it was mostly on the okay. So on the first one, I think there might have been an interview with Jill Thompson. The second one, you had interviews with voice actors, the fan mail thing, and watch movies. That's what I'm saying. I don't know Z&K if it's. I think it's actually. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
I am reaching for the second one.
Nice.
Yep, there we go. So Fright Side Chat. Yeah, that's the I believe that's oh here we go. So Fright Side Chat's probably the fan mail segment. We have deleted scenes, monster storyboards, and Who's Boo interviews. So Who's Boo interviews, that's like interviewing the cast. And sneak peeks. So that's pretty much so yes. I know 2S features. I forget what the first one might be more of what Z&K's thinking of. The first one's skimpy, if not, it might be non-existent with features because you have like trailer sneak peeks of like other stuff, and if anything, there's maybe one interview with Jill Thompson. That's about it, if anything.
That would be interesting to see, nonetheless.
Oh, for sure. I mean, look, I would love to know more about the production of the Scary Godmothers. I would love to see more Scary Godmother period adapted in other mediums because it's charming. It's again, it's just something. Even if right now, again, the animation could only get better, but still, there's just something really pure and sweet about Scary Godmother. I just can't get enough of. Man, it's like one of those perfect things to revisit on an annual. Even if people don't love Scary Godmother, it feels like something where there are certain movies that we give holiday passes to. We overlook the small things or the flaws. I'm not saying Scary Godmother has like gaping flaws or anything. It's like obvious flaws. Like, okay, yeah, the animation's very much of its times and on a TV budget, sure. Beyond that, can you say it's like the worst thing ever? It's like God, no. It's really nice. There's effort went into this thing. It wasn't just like churned out. But you look at something like for example, like Jingle All the Way. I think we all give a holiday pass. But around that time of year, it's like what, I enjoy this. I don't need to hold it to a high standard like year round, but only if you watch it around that period. And I think Scary Godmother, in general, if it holds up, I think it holds up even better in the October season.
Yep. I guess I see your point there.
Yeah. So I guess in closing, just again, look, I'm always going to have a lot of love for Scary Godmother. I love watching both of them, and I mean, when I look at them, I think Revenge of Jimmy does benefit from they learned lessons on the first one, and they kind of were improving in certain things, like in terms of like the animation style, like as far as like limitations goes, like yes, Bugaboo has less eyes, so they don't have to animate as much and worry about inconsistencies on the eyes. So I mean, that's do I miss the extra eyes? Yes, I do. But I get it. We have to reduce a little bit. Do I think Jimmy's like voice change makes sense? No, I don't. But does it kind of make sense to make him? If you need to be more likable and in focus and redeemable, should we have maybe kind of a more likable like main character voice? I mean, I guess yeah, that kind of track, But we have a lot of bits, and I think I look more on the Revenge of Jimmy's like this is the last time we saw Scary Godmother, and it was a heck of a revisit and just adapting another Scary Godmother story. So, oh yeah, so she said like a series in the works. I mean that. Yeah, in 2020. So that's the thing, though. I don't know. There's probably been talks, but it's like one of those things, Z&K, where it might be dead. Plus 2020, I mean, the pandemic hits. I don't know how much that affected things, that and strikes and everything. So I mean, it is unclear if it might have just it might have gotten the axe because of that. But I mean, I would love to be wrong about that. I want to be wrong so bad about that. I would love more Scary Godmother.
Yep, it would be nice.
Yeah.
No, I think that about does it. What do you think, Dragon?
I think so. I think it does. Let's thank the folks for tuning in.
Thank you, Z&K, Little Blue, at J4360. Ever since StreamYard started just showing the ads, I don't know if you have like a different name. And Code Geass. And so thank you all for joining this evening. We have a couple more. We have at least 2 more Haunted Holiday Hijinks to get through, don't we, Dragon?
Yes, we do.
And we've already told you what they were during the debate. Do you want to give them a refresher of what's to come?
Strange things are happening to me.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no doubt about it. And our finale is, 100-year anniversary in the making.
Oh yeah. Of a seminal silent horror movie.
It's a Cheney, but not the one you're thinking of.
Oh yeah.
It's not Junior, but
Senior.
yeah.
And what many consider to be his defining role.
Oh yeah.
All right, folks. That's the end of tonight's spooky selection. And our spirits grow weary. But they'll be stronger than ever next time as we engage in even more haunted holiday hijinks.